Hello, this is Marie Lundi, your partner in everything real estate related. And so thank you for tuning in to get up-to-the-minute information about what's going on in your local real estate market. Let's take a look. And so it is no surprise, right? Mortgage rates are on the rise. This graph shows you the Freddie Mac average 30-year fixed rate for the current year. And so looking towards the left of this graph, we see that we started off this year in January with a 30-year fixed mortgage rate of 3.22. And the mortgage rates have steadily been going up over the past 4 months. And so by the end of March, looking at the orange bar, the 30-year fixed rate was at 4.67, and at the time of this recording, the rates are slightly above 5%. And so at this point, a lot of people may be wondering, what is the impact of rising rates on home prices? And so it is a common notion that as mortgage rate increase, home prices will decrease. And so this graph shows just the opposite of that. Going back 30 years ago to October 1993, it shows you that on average, as mortgage rate increased by more than 1%, the home prices actually have appreciated by 8%. So overall, what we could see here is that mortgage rates have not had a negative impact on home prices. And so let's take this information a step further and look at the impact of rising rate on the number of homes that are sold in a given year. And so we see here, same graph, we're looking, we just add that additional column at the end of the data called home sales. And we do see that over the past 30 years, an increase in mortgage rate does create a decline in the level of purchases or sales activity for those years. In this case, on average, about 5%. And so to be completely realistic, an increase in mortgage rate will reduce the buyer activity in some market and will also price out some buyers in the market. So it's completely natural to see that the level of sales will in fact go down as a result of the mortgage rates going up. Now in this slide, I want to add or layer in an additional column, call it months worth of inventory. And basically that's to give some perspective on the different type of environment that we are currently in as opposed to the past years when home sales went down as mortgage rate increased. Now, keep in mind that right now we are still in a seller's market, meaning that there are more buyers in the market than available property. So there is a low level of inventory. In some markets, the level of inventory is about 1 month's worth, right? Versus looking at this data here in the past years, going back to 03 and 04, there was about 5 months worth of inventory. 05, 06, we had 4.5 months worth of inventory, and so forth and so on. Versus now, once again, it's supply and demand. We still have a high level of buyers in relation to the level of inventory. So the projection moving forward is that we are expecting home sales to continue to increase, maybe not at the same rate as we've seen over the past 3 years, but given the supply and demand, high level of buyers, low level of inventory, we are expecting home prices and home sales actually to continue to remain healthy despite the mortgage rate. Now, keep in mind that we may not see the frenzy in the market as we've seen over the past 3 years because mortgage rates are now over 5% as of this recording. But that being said, buyers that are serious about making a purchase still want to take advantage of those rates, and they will take advantage of any properties that may come on the market because once again, there's a low level of inventory, a lack of inventory. And so when one house comes to the market, there's many buyers looking to make that purchase. And so in the end, I want to leave you with this quote from an economist from Freddie Mac. With rates rising and expected to rise through 2023, it makes sense to obtain a purchase or refinance mortgage if you are in good standing. And so I hope that this information was helpful. If you would like to discuss this further, please don't hesitate to contact me. Once again, this is Marie Lundi, here to help.